After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. But the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
On play action, Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. Keon Coleman, 54 yards. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
49ers.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Looking to put a drive together.
Here goes throw.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Reggie White drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A quick hitter complete. It's Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
That will give up the middle to Bettis. A strong running. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jerome Bettis, 28 yards. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Here goes front.
To the air, May. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Another 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it with May. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. That's the former Washington great Sean Taylor. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The Bills going to take over again on offense. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cooper Kupp, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing here is May.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Good coverage on that play by Alex Singleton.
9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
To throw, it's May.
He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
How about this?
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
A run right side, it's Bettis. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready up.
And they take a knee.
Get it. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Red 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. Calvin Austin on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Big strike downfield to Coleman. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, Allen has a man on target to Johnson. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills take a 6-0 lead in quarter number 2. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Chargers, nothing. Jason Sanders is set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. LeJontay Wester to return it. He gets popped quickly there. That is not a nice feeling or a nice run back.
Chargers take over 1st and
Possession
10.
switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Intended for Charlie
Trying to find his tight end.
Incomplete.
So that brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
On the gun, it's Daniels. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Bills. And they're going to take over with 1st and goal after the fumble.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Bills set to take over offensively. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
If only every drive could start like this, right, partner? 1st and goal to begin this one. Pressure coming, it's Allen. Has it down close. And in, touchdown Buffalo. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honor. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
Bills 14. Chargers nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
60 by 6, go!
This drive's going to start with a run by McLaughlin. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Out of the gun, Daniels. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And no turnover here, but a massive loss on that play as he recovers his own fumble.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Ready.
They dodge the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out.
Ready. Ready, Lions.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Well, they sent him backwards all 3 plays, Brock. That should pretty clearly bring out the punting unit. Let's see. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We've not seen much achievement today.
His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for 1 play last drive, and they found the end zone. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
319. Look out.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Crashes through a tackle. And they get this down to the 28.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Bills hold both the football and a solid lead here as they try to close this out. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
319. Alert. Go.
Play action now. Allen. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Cooper caught the intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Round 80. What is that?
Right up the gut. Trucks a defender. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
56. 80. What's that?
Back to the well again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers, nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out.
Ready.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Connects with his back. Jaleel McLaughlin. And this is scooped up by the Bills. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Come on. Come on. 70.
They'll start this series with an option left. And Milrow goes into the slide with enough yardage there to pick up that 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. And Allen will hold on to this. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
What's that?
Now design run. It's Allen. Lining up to take a knee on second down.
Ready? You go.
He's keeping it. Gotta get it forward. Setting up for the kneel down on third.
You go.
It's a designed run for him. Before the play clock can run out, Sean McDermott decides to call a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Man, they're really trying to pile it on here. The offense staying out there on 4th and goal.
Ready? What's that?
They'll go. Allen. Headed out right. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Bills keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills grow their lead yet again.
28. Chargers, nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Fielded at the 14. Massive hit, the ball is out. And they steal it back on the return. Miscommunication on the lateral, the ball is loose. And they get it back. Nearly a fumble lost by both teams on the same play. But it'll just be one turnover as the defense recovers. No, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right at a young age. You're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in this.
Bring it home, boys! We got it! Keep it up! Keep it up! We'll take that. Thank you. Let's go!
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
Just another day at the office.
Bring it home, boys! We got this!